Write a release to allow someone else to authorize medical care for your child. During occasions when you have to leave your children to someone else's care, especially if you will be gone for quite a while, it is important that you grant authorization to someone who is capable of making the right decisions while you are away. This way, there will be no delays should there be need for urgent medical treatment. Many parents use a children's emergency medical care authorization form. This is a form that states their approval for emergency medical care for the child should they be out of reach. Here are some tips in writing a medical release for your kid. Know whom to authorize. If you plan to leave your child's care with a capable family member or a friend, it would be best to give that person the authority to make medical decisions while you are away, provided that they know the details of his medical condition. It may be best not to give the same authority to daycare or preschool staff simply because they are not privy to the special needs of your child. Of course, the situation may be different if the person you are leaving your child with has formal medical training. Write a letter. You will need to write a letter stating that, whoever that person is has been granted permission to authorize whatever is necessary in a situation where your child needs medical care. Be sure to include all vital details, especially medical information that may be required for emergency medical care. It is of course important to provide the child's full name and birth date along with your full name and that of the person who would be authorizing medical care, and then put in all your contact information. You may want to identify an expiration date for the power granted to them, say the exact date of your arrival. Identify an emergency backup person. You may want to include a second backup person that the authorized person may call in case of an emergency and they cannot reach you. Emphasize, in the letter, however, that this letter is just a last resort because you would want them to call you first in case of a medical emergency. Discuss the form or letter with the caregiver. Thoroughly discuss with the authorized person what the form is about and explain what types of medical procedures you would be opposed to and what kinds of treatment you would agree to. Affix your signature on the release in front of a notary. It is important to realize that this letter may have legal ramifications, should any problems occur, which is why it has to be prepared with careful deliberation and should be signed before a notary. Hand the letter over to the authorized person. After careful discussion about the letter, deliver the form to the person you gave authority to. You should also leave another copy inside the bag of the child in case of emergencies. Make sure to notify the person authorized about that as well. The laws of every jurisdiction may vary, so it is recommended that you consult the laws of your jurisdiction to determine the appropriate form or procedures for granting this authorization. You may also want to check with your pediatrician. He/she may have a form of this type that he or she can give you. Over and above anything else, be sure to give this type of authorization only to a person you trust.